Attack on Titan is a work of genius. I say this with no reservations. Even though I don't always agree with the apparent viewpoint of the text, I'm just in awe of the story's construction and inventiveness. Mad respect to Isayama. One of the things I'm most impressed with is how the story stayed engaging, even though it played its cards incredibly close to the vest. We honestly didn't know what the hell was going on and what the stakes of the main conflict were until the end of the third season. And now, in the final and fourth season, we're seeing how it all plays out. There's a lot of things I want to talk about in the coming weeks, but I first want to express my sincere appreciation for this phenomenal example of storytelling. They really hid the true conflict underneath all manner of pomp and circumstance. And vor. So much vor. Now, I am a manga reader, but I hate when folks spoil without warning, so I won't do that here or anywhere. I think watchers should have the experience of the twists and turns of this anime on their own terms, but that's a rant for another day. Today, I just want to talk about one thing that sprang to mind while I was watching episode 68, Brave New Volunteers. It's a small thing and probably not all that earth-shattering, but as I was watching Eren's relationship with Hanji, Levi, and the rest of the Eldians in the flashback, I started reflecting on what happened when Eren reunited with them at the end of the Marleyan assault in last week's episode. I realized that the pain and strain on their relationship comes from a simple shift in reality. For the first 3 seasons of the show, and presumably until Eren took off for Marley, he was a chess piece that the Survey Corps could move into any desired position. They fought over him with the interior police and saved his ass when he was in trouble. They did not do this out of any particular care for Eren, though he made friends and comrades in the Corps. They did this because, as Hanji and Armin both acknowledged just last week, he's essential to their survival. Now that reminds me of something. What was it? Oh yes, Magath, who was callously about to send 800 Eldians to their death to protect his warrior unit. Not because they're people he cares about, but because they are expensive ordnance he is in charge of, and the lives of the cheap Eldian infantry were an acceptable loss. Warriors are essential to the empire of Motherland Marley, just like the Attack Titan is essential to Paradis' continued existence in a hostile world that hates all Eldians. Eren is Paradis' warrior, but he's not actively consulted in the big meetings. He's not even allowed to attend all the big meetings. He's admonished when it comes to light that he decided to keep Historia safe with his silence. He's not expected or encouraged to act on his own. Now, when he was a teen, he was more than happy to play the part, even grateful for the opportunity. But once he read his father's tomes and the memories of the Attack Titan started awakening, and once he saw the terrible threat that came with the sea instead of the opportunities he had dreamed of when he was a boy, the more he started to think and move with his own mind and on his own agency. Eren is too important to be played with like a chess piece, and now that he's aware of that, he's no longer fit to be Paradis' warrior. That doesn't stop Hanji and Levi from treating him the same way they did when he was 15, with the kicking and then incarceration, rather than confront the fact that their essential savior, their warrior, is a man now. At 19, he's battle-worn and living with a ticking time clock over his head, and a brain full of traumatic ancestral memories. Just a suggestion, but they should probably actually partner with him and not fall back on the tactics they employed when he was a kid who didn't know anything. And yes, I'm aware that military units have a chain of command, but Eren is a special case. He has intel, experience, and abilities that set him apart from the rank and file. His rank should be commensurate with this fact. We'll see where the tension goes next week. Subscribe for more off-kilter Attack on Titan opinions, and leave a like if you'd be so kind. Also, leave a comment. Am I way off base here? Friendly reminder to not spoil anything past the current episode that just aired though.